Hi everyone, it's Killshot99 Gaming. This is Play Dead Live, and tonight we have Faction War Frozen Jungle. We've got SLY, we got Arc. Last week we had some crazy technical difficulties, a super controversial game between SLY and Vox. It was madness. We could debate who the winner was, and we just don't know. Sometimes we get crazy games like that, some wild finishes. But tonight, hopefully we get everything on course. We have a non-controversial game, and we have incredible competition between all the teams tonight. So I'm looking forward to this one. I know both teams have prepared, and they're pretty good rivals. So we know these two teams, they go in and they get it done. So let's take a quick look at the standings and what this means ultimately for the Kills Cup. It's going to be coming up in the near future. We got Arc 7-1, top of the league, no doubt about it. We got Vox close behind 5-5. SLY was just on that amazing momentum swing and then a crazy game last week. So we'll see. We'll see if SLY can maintain their hot streak. They're at 3-5. And then you got Jet really back in the league again. It's been a little while since we've said that, but Jet certainly climbing up the rankings as well. You can see we got our schedule set up for the next month. So you can see when teams play. And I got to ask you guys, how many of y'all were involved in Monday night's event, the Farm Strike, and was it amazing? We had some really, really good matches on Monday night. Went down to the wire, our brand new game, and go to playdeadlive.com. You can check it out. Super, super competitive. If you like a runner game where you're running away from zombies and you're trying to kill zombies on a farm, that's pretty much what we did. So it took us a while. It took us 7 months to get it launched, and that is our third online game. We got some amazing stuff going on. So you guys can join, be a part of Play Dead Live, and do some casual. It's called hyper casual gaming. You can do some of that with us. All right, let's get down to business here. So I'm going to give away 200 kills tokens to the person that can tell me what tonight's sliver sacrifice grenade is going to be. You got a list right there. So 200 kills tokens, type it in chat right now, and let's see what your luck is. All right, give you about 5 more seconds. All right, here we go. We're going to spin the wheel. Good luck. A couple hundred kills tokens. That's enough for 10 Farm Fights games. It is a sad grenade. It is a sad grenade. No one picked sad because they didn't want to. All right. We're not giving any away. And some of you guys are probably pretty light on sad grenades. That probably was not great news there. But good news is we do have a Super Bomber bundle coming out next Wednesday. So if you sacrifice them tonight, you will get a chance to pick them up before the next ship strike. So sad grenades is your sliver sacrifice tonight. I love it. It brings such a cool mechanic to the game. All right. Ron, what time is it? And we're doing a box event in a couple of weeks, everybody. It is roll time, baby. All right. Everybody give me those numbers from 1 to 12. 1 to 12. Get them up there quickly. And like Ocean Man said, Play Dead Live. If you are not gaming with us, you ain't doing it right. You're just not. All right, 1 to 12. Let's see what these numbers are. Here we go. We're going to spin that wheel or roll that dice. All right, good luck. Get these packs for that box event. Number 5. There you go. Father Ron, number 5. Congratulations. Ron says it's roll time, baby. And I can't remember last time Ron won. It's been a while, hasn't it, Ron? All right. Hey, make some noise. Triple nines, everybody. I'm going to take you to tonight's Super War Bundle. Check this out. War Bundle, we got up top in the silver area, we got Elixir Extreme, we got Elixir Steel, and also, by request, Inflame. That adds to your Ignite. We got 1 Bunko, 5 post-battle Pet Revive, Graphene, Carbine, 1 of each of your waxes. I'm going to give you 10 Castle Strike Stones, because Castle Strike will be coming at you live after we do the Kills Cup and after we do the Max Awards, which will be this summer. I can't wait for the Max Awards, y'all. That might be my favorite event of all time. We got the red. Rage, Enrage 2, Enrage 3, Frantic 5, Savage 6, Mag 7, Super 8, Hostile 9, Terror 10. And because you guys, oh, you know what? Did you guys make some noise? There you go. You did make some noise. All right, I'm going to give you a double red bundle. So everything in that red bundle is double, Dimes. Dimes will be entering it tomorrow morning. So that's going to be 2 Rage, 2 Enrage. All of those are double. Take you over to the Elysium. I'm going to give you 10 Elysium tape. 10 Elysium tape. Because you got a gear. All right, go to the gold bundle. 2 Brutal Blue, 2 Rugged Glyph, 2 Brutal Red, 2 Arson Glyph, Red Summon Skin by request, Gold Summon Skin by request, and a Megacosm by request. Take you over to the green. Energy Orb, Spider Silk, Combat Orb. Those are your personal buffs to increase your character. Super Thrill, Arc Ice, Max Seal, Pet Repel, Dust Smoke, and Seal and Thrill. Up top, I've got Mythic Summon Skins, Colossal Skins, Pink Smoke by request, and check this out. This ring is crazy. Look at that in the artwork. How you guys like the artwork on that? Walking that ledge as a ninja. Beautiful, unbelievable right-handed ring. H28, D20, B20, APR 22, and Halt 2. Halt will be used in its new effect next week. You guys are going to like it. We got rid of the legacy ability of Halt, and now it's going to be versatile. You'll be able to use it in round 1 or round 4, but you got to use it all at one time as a team. So your bench players can use it, but if you wait till round 4, that gives you 5 Halt 2s. That's minus 10 rage to an attack. Pretty awesome. All right, Kel, let's see who got tonight's war bundles, and I'm going to go ahead and get the buffs going. So if you are Dimes, Ocean Man, Bones, got a zombie with SLY, Dow, Valar, Shaman, and Julia, give me your pre-match buffs. All right, you can see we got Dimes, Julia, Dr. Di, Crimson, Bones, Jim, Cat, Busy, Football, Valar, Ron, Lexicon, Dow, Trigger, Pope, Flyrod, Nightshade, and Kel. Get those pre-match buffs going. All right, I'm going to take you down to tonight's starting lineup, and we'll get started exactly 8:30. So here we go. Take you to Ark's home field. We got, starting out first, we got Julia. Julia is a siege and also the captain in the rover zone. Julia will be followed by Zombie SLY. That's in the bomber zone. Zombie SLY is going to be followed by Valar. Valar in the tank zone. She's the sniper. Valar followed by Deadly Dimes. Going siege, captain, and sniper from the rover zone. Dimes will be followed by the shaman in the bomber zone. Shaman followed by Ocean Man. We get to see his full icon. Check him out. Love that avatar. Ocean Man's in the tank zone. We got Ocean Man followed by Dow in the DZ. And we got, I don't know who has on less clothes, Dow or Bomber Bones. Bomber Bones in the DZ. What is about being in the DZ that makes you scantily clad? Look, Dow has no clothes on. Look, Bones, almost no clothes on. Will you two go get dressed? You're in the DZ. All right. Love the new avatars. Oh, we got Dow. We got Dow all backwards. I got him inverted. There you go. Went from perverted to inverted. All right, here we go. We'll start out with Julia, the assassin, 20-second timer. And Julia, hold up 1 second. I did this last week too. I will need about 1 minute to get all of these to the top of the screen. So it saves us a little bit of time in the long run. And I got to get the right team set up too. We got Arc set up. Right scoreboard. Let's get that up to the top. And get your sentry guns up there, and then we will be good to go. And remember, captains, I will read it one time. Captains, you got to be quick tonight, okay? Because we are going to finish this game, hopefully on time. All right, Julia, we got your move in, so we are good to go. And we got SLY jump into Rover to their bomber zone, Boston Main Street. And I already see captains are on top of it. So Julia playing a Boston Main Street. We're going to go ahead and put that on Main Street in 1. Cap in 3. Julia jumping into Rover. We're going to give Julia a cannonball. Cannonball is good. Move to their bomber zone. A seal, M7 snowstorm to the wall. Put Julia over there. Play a seal. M7. She's going to play duplex and sacrifice a sad as well. And because she threw a snowstorm, we'll go ahead and put that there. And let's see if they've got enough. So Julia playing an M7. They're going to halt 3 times. She'll take it down to an M4. Immortal Sonar. Take that off the board. 30% is going to give you a S1. Carnage, which is going to give you 60% of a black block. 40 black remaining. Does not get the wall frozen. Dow says, I'm going to use a legendary and double invoke it, which he can. But they make him use it. So we'll take it from 60%, 1 evoke. We'll get it down to 10% of a black block. And a second evoke. We'll give him the black block. And 25% of a green. So I got 75 green remaining. Bones playing a Chromica. First dragon play. She played that quick. It was a smart move to play it quick, by the way. All right. But we do freeze one of these walls. It is a 4. All right. And that is going to freeze that blue block. Okay. SLY jump into Rover to their bomber zone, balls to Main Street, seal, M7 to the wall, duplex, and sacrifice a sad. All right, dimes. Attack or disable with your zombie. Disable cyborg. All right, you got it. Let's go to Villar. Villar, you're up. 20 seconds. Timer's up. Beat the nerf timer barely. Did not beat the regular timer. Jump into tank. Move to the temple steps. Immortal Grendel to Haystack. Seal and Thrill. Negation Wand. Getting rid of Amy's Avalanche. Holy Avenger to the wall. F4 Spade. Duplex and sacrifice a Spade. All right. It hits. Jump into tank. Move to temple steps. Sorry, Julia got a tire before I said cannonball, but they've got one of each. One tire, one cannonball. All right, move Villar to the temple steps. Villar gets the cannonball. Julia got the tire. Immortal Grendel to the Haystack with a Seal and Thrill. Emo Grin. Yep. Yeah, she put Sliver Spade, so it's supposed to be a sad grenade. We know what you meant, but... All right, jump into tank, move to temple, mortal, Seal and Thrill, negation, Holy Avenger to the wall, and F4 Spade. No, there is a spade, but not two spades. We got it. Spade to the wall, sacrifice a sad. All right, F4. 5, 6, 7. S8 Spade because she's in a tank. Also playing Holy Avenger to her wall, so cannot be negatively buffed. And S8 Spade. All right, we'd already gotten rid of the black block, so they had 75 green remaining. So S8 Spade is going to take down green block, and 25% of a blue. 75 blue remaining. All right, we should be good to go. Dimes, you're up. 20-second timer, Dimes. Easily beats the timer. Dimes going to jump into the Range Rover. Let's give Dimes a tire. Getting SLY on the board there. Guard going to play Immortal Grendel and a Wicked Boss and a Seal. So we got an Emo Grin for each team. Going to play that Wicked Boss, and that is going to take 50 points off the Arc Boss if it caps on Main Street. She's going to move to her own DZ. Julie's already said it hit, so captains are playing fast. H7 Spade, sacrifice a sad, and a duplex for Dimes. Each team now has 1 throw. I'm sorry. Ark has 2 throws. Range Rover, move to a DZ, Immortal Guard, Wicked Boss, Seal, H7 Spade to the wall, sacrifice a Sad and Duplex. And I think going to play Dominari to get rid of the points for the tire. So no 25 points. She still gets credit for it. And the H7 Spade. We'll take down a black block and a green block. All right, let's go over to the Shaman. Sheila, 20 seconds. Boss to the side chest. Play a Seal and Absorption. Navy to the flame, Duplex, and sacrifice a Sad Grenade. All within the timer. Sheila playing a boss in 1, cap in 3. Seal and Absorption. Getting rid of that flame. Give her a Sad Sacrifice. All right, boss is good. Seal is good. Absorption's good. Flame is gone. Duplex and Sacrifice. All good. Let's go to the Ocean Man 20-second timer for Ray. Ocean Man, Dow, and Bomber Bones. Easily beats the timer. Ocean Man going to jump into tanks. Let's go ahead and give him that cannonball. Temple Steps. Going to Morb. Tell me which class you're going to turn into for your second class, Ray. He gets automatic die roll with Cronin. So they get the Rage for that next round. Seal and a Thrill. H7 Milo to the wall. Sacrifice a Sad to the Sliver. Does get the Throw Grenade. All right, gets in the tank. Temple Steps. Morb, he's now a tank and a priest. Cronin is good. Gold Grendel. SLY now with 2 Grendels up. You can only have a total of 3 Grendels in play. So that's a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Milo. He gets the points for the Milo because it does hit. And they're going to halt it 4 times, which will still make it an H7. Because he got the Thrill, he got the tank, and they halted it 4 times. So H7 Milo is what's going to hit the wall. And because we got that ice block up there, you'll see the way it works. It doesn't break the ice block. It hits the green block, goes away, and then it stops right there. So you got a fully frozen block. But he got the points, and he got to the ice block. Good move. All right, let's go over to Dow. Dow, 20-second timer. Dow, and then Bones. Mythic Kang. E8 Gamut Grenade to both Grendels. All right, Dime says wait. Now, Dow, I also need to know which Kang, because there are two. That is a 25-point penalty for not targeting. Is it the Kang on Main Street, or is it on the other chest? If there was only one, there would not be a penalty, but because there are two, you have to clarify. Going to Main Street. And Dimes did type wait, which locked it in. All right, Kang to Main Street. 63 if it caps. He gets a Seal Smoke and a Duplex. All right, Mythic Kang to Main Street, E8 Gamut to both Grendels. Seal Smoke and sacrifice a Sad. All right, Dimes Grendel dies. I don't have it in front of me. Dimes, it's immortal. Does eight kill it or no? I don't have the cheat sheet in front. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. All right, 8 still kills 1, and the other one stays alive. All right, so Dimes Grendel is dead. Ocean Man's is alive. All right, and final move of the first round, Bones, 20-second timer. Bones beats the timer. Bones with a monolith, a monolithic type of move. All right, so we got all 3 of those covered. Immortal Grendel to the Haystack, Seal Absorption, Sweet Tea to the Temple Flame, Duplex, and sacrifice a Sad. All right, Julia says it hit, so Monolith is good. Immortal Grendel. So we lost an Emo Grin, we got one right back. Bones with the Duplex. Seal and Absorption. Sweet Tea to put out the flame. And it is not a throw grenade. All right. So it looks like both teams will stay at 2-2 on the throw grenades. And that is the end of round number 1. The end of round number 1, we're going to move Ocean Man into the temple. We're going to move Valar into the temple. And give a blessing to each team. We got a halo for dimes. Got a halo for bones. Let's get the right halos. Got a halo for Dow. DZ is 0-0. Strawman, 0-0. And we've got slivers, 25 to 25. Let's remove a sliver blessing from each. Let's go to round number 2. Julia, 20 seconds for you. Julia beats the timer. All right, she is going to move to their rover zone. Colossal Kang to her boss with a pet repel. All right, she was close to rover zone, so she wasn't a bomber. We'll leave her where she's at. Colossal Kang could be worth 73. Pet repel, S6 spade. Sliver ability is worth 12. Pump their sliver up to 37 points. S6 spade to the wall. Throw in long range. That is 75% of a blue. So we'll take down that 75. And we'll take down another 75, which will be 25 blue remaining. All right. We take down a full 75 and then another 75, so that wall is now at 1.25 blue. And that is a hit grenade. Team Arc. All right. Type attack for your zombie, dimes. I'm sorry, never mind. It's disabling. Just type disable so we know. And Valar, let's go to you. 20-second timer, Valar. Easily beats the timer. Valar going Colossal Kang to Main Street. Another 73 if it caps. Pet repel, F5 spade to the wall, and sliver ability. Now the difference is Valar's F5 has a bonus 3 to it. Makes it an S8. Going to take out that 25%. Take out a whole block. And we'll take out 75%. I got 25 red remaining. 3.25 red on the arc side. And that gives us another hit grenade for the wall. Dimes, you're up. Deadly Dimes. Going to move to their bomber zone. Dimes heading up the coast. A lot of traffic here. Let's do this. Let's move Julia a little bit. Y'all got to start PvPing again so you get rid of some of these buffs. So we can get you on the map. Colossal Kang to the boss. Repel. Colossal Kang could be worth 73. Julia says, wait. Dimes using the sliver ability. It's duplexed. Sheila going to prevent that Milo from breaking the block. All right, movement's good. Kang is good. Pet repel's good. Milo is no good. And sliver ability is good. All right, speaking of Shaman, 20-second timer, Sheila. Beats the timer. Shaman going to go Mythic Kang to Julia's Boss on Main Street. Arc Ice to their wall. S12 Spade to the wall. And another Sliver duplexed. Kicks it up 61. Mythic Kang could be worth another 63. A little bit of Arc Ice. Immortal Blue, that grenade. All right, Dime's going with the Emo Blue. First blue of the game. And that will break Sheila's absorption and also her seal. Going to use max absorb, means she keeps them both. Kang's good, Arc Ice is good, S12 Spade and Sliver ability is good. And she max absorbs the damage from the Emo Blue. All right, let's go over to Ocean Man. 20-second timer, Ocean Man. Colossal Kang to Dimes' boss. Pet Repel, S8 Unforgiven to their Grendel. Colossal Kang could be worth 73. And Sheila's going to eclipse the Grendel. Colossal Kang is good. Pet Repel is good. And the Unforgiven misses. Now, it would count as a throw grenade, but they already have their throw grenades, and it never hit. Would have to hit its designated target. All right, Dow, you're up. 20-second timer, Dow. Beats a timer. Dow going to go Sliver Ability. And yet another duplex. E9 Gamut to both Grendels. He's going to play a Mythic Orbital to the wall and Arc Ice their wall. Now, because no damage was dealt to the wall, that Arc Ice does harden, and it does form a absorption at the next available block. Now, that'll be on the other side of the frozen block. Not frozen, but it will slow you down a little bit on the other side. Dow playing the Mythic Orbital. If that wall caps, Mythic Orbital could be worth 22. Dime says wait. Intervene. The hit on hers. That means Ocean Man's Grendel is gone. Bone's going to intervene and keep one Grendel up. Sliverability's good. One of the Gamuts hits. Mythic Orbital is good. Arc Ice does harden. And Bones intervenes the one on her Emo Grin. All right, final move of round 2. Bones, 20-second timer. Easily beats the timer. Bone's going to play a Colossal Kang. 73 if it caps. Pet Repel, Milo to the Watchtower, and a Sliver Ability, and she's duplexed. That kicked that up to 49. Let's give her to Pet Repel. And it hits. Give him to Milo. And it is a hit grenade. And we do have a Watchtower lit up. All right, that is the end of round number 2. At the end of round number 2, Ocean Man with a blessing. Valar also with a blessing. Bones with a halo. Dow also with a halo. DZ00. Strawman 0-0. No advantage either way. We're going to remove a Sliver blessing from each team's slivers. And Sliver points. Arc 73. SLY 49. Slight advantage to Team Arc. All right, we're going to go to round 3. At the start of round 3, before Julia's turn, one second. $272 points in Kangs are going to cap. And the first flag on Main Street. And Julia, 20-second timer to you. All right, beats the timer. Going to Euclid dimes to Marty. Move to their tank zone. All right, I need to check on the Arc Castle because I've got them one hit grenade short. That spade grenade will hit, but the dragon smoke was played prior. So, and no, you can't wait because you already said hits. So Tammy is Euclid as a Marty. Julia's going to move to their tank zone. Movement is good. Colossal Orbital. Colossal Orbital could be worth 32. Dragon Smoke will fizzle out because Dragon Smoke is not a legal target until all hit have been resolved. Mass Destruction 8 is good. And F5 Spade Grenade to the wall does hit. And that would be the third and final hit grenade. All right, let's go to damage resolution. F5 Spade to the wall. That wall is 25 red. So we'll take out 25 and we'll take out a full red block. I've got 2 red blocks remaining. Okay. Zombie SLY. This is round 3. Zombie SLY will light 2 straw man and play a boss on Main Street. So Zombie SLY will play a boss in round 3. We'll cap in round 5. Dimes is in the bomber zone still. And we'll light straw man number 1, straw man number 2. All right, let's go over to Valar. Valar, 20-second timer. We got Valar and then Marty Dimes. All right, cannot play Gronk to their boss because you have no cyborg. And that is Ark's second targeting penalty. That's 2. You cannot be charged another one the rest of the game, but you and Dow have both had targeting penalties. Wicked Boss to Main Street, which you can play. Mere Smoke has no target either. And S6 Unforgiven to the wall. All right. So I need a target for Mere Smoke. All right, Boss on Main Street. So Wicked Boss, if it caps, has to cap in order to get the bonus points. And S6 Unforgiven to the wall. S6 Unforgiven is going to take down, after mass destruction, one red block and 20% of a red block, 80 red remaining. All right, we're going to skip dimes. And we will go to Shaman, 22nd Shaman. Shaman beats the timer. Shaman going to go Banish Wand to Julia. Cannot be knocked up in the air or knocked back. Mythic Syra. To the Watchtower. Be 30 points if it caps. Dragon Smoke to the castle. Rad Rage, S12 plus 1, Unforgiven to the wall, Grenade Launcher, and MD8. Sheila chose Violence. Wand is good. Pet is good. Dragon Smoke to the castle. Rage, Unforgiven, all from the launcher. Going to play Dolly. All right, back it all up. No Banish Wand. Sheila, you get to play one pet. You want to stay with the Syra, or do you want to change the pet? All right, so the pet is in play. Everything else does not matter. All right, let's go over to, and on Dimes' turn, even though she was a Marty, 219 points in Kang's, capped. Boss capped. So at the time, it was 1 boss to 1. But then Sheila's boss also capped. So that'll make it 2 bosses to 1. And now we go over to Ocean Man, 20-second timer Ray. Both teams playing a good game. Good strategy so far. See, they're each locking each other out of different zones. Got Ocean Man, Dow, Bones, and halftime. Timer's up. Nerf timer is also up. Do we have Ocean Man? $25-point timer penalty. All right, SLY. Do we have Ocean Man? We've got the maximum penalty and a 50% nerf. All right, we got it. Balls to the side chest. Thrill. Milo to the wall. Ocean Man playing boss in 3. Cap in 5. Thrilled Milo is going to hit. Going to break that frozen block they've been trying to get rid of, and he will get the points for the Milo. And it will be a hit grenade. SLY has 2 out of 3 hit grenades. Arc has all 3. All right, let's go over to Dow. 20-second timer Dow. Dow, Bones, and halftime. Beats a timer. Dow going to play a boss to the side chest. Playing boss in 3. Cap in 5. Going to play Rad Rage. E9 Gamut to their Grendel. And the boss on Main Street. There is no all right, boss to the side chest, Rad Rage, Gamut to their Grendel and the boss on Main Street, Mass Destruction. And he's going to stack Mirror Smoke again. So currently there's 1 Mirror Smoke, and then there's another that has not fully utilized. All right, they're going to prevent the Gamut on the Grendel, zombie prevention. And it will hit. Keep in mind, it is a Gamut grenade. It is an E9 Gamut grenade, but still a Gamut grenade. So the Mirror Smoke hits. We play another Mirror Smoke. That is going to take this zombie on Main Street down Do 86% total health. 86%. Boss is good. Rad Rage is good. Gamut is good. Grendel is protected. Zombie on Main Street takes a little bit of damage. And that is it. All right, Bones, bring us home in the first half. 20-second timer. You go Mortal Scourge to their side chest boss. F4 Milo. And going to play score. And it hits. All right, we'll get damage resolution in 1 second. Mortal Scourge, 30% adjusted. To Dal's health meter. So 30 points for Immortal Scourge in points. And Dal, your boss takes 20% of its health. 80%. So Zombie on Main Street, 86%. Dal's boss, 80%. All right, it is halftime. Captains, give me your second half subs. I think your elevation one was taken out in round 1, Amy. Thought I saw that somewhere. Oh, Avalanche. Sorry. Avalanche. Yep. All right. Milo to the Watchtower and score. So let me get that Milo to the Watchtower as well. That was the second Watchtower is lit up. And the score ability. All right, at the end of that round, we've got Ocean Man got a blessing. Valar got a blessing. Bones and Dow. Each got their points. Strawman, SLY 10, Arc 0. We're going to remove a sliver blessing from each team. Arc 73 more points. SLY 49 more points. Take away these vehicles before we get to the second half. All right. And Bones played Julia played Elevation 1. Amy played Elevation 1, so both will keep their buffs. Tiny coming in for the zombie. Football coming in the O-zone. Ocean Man going back to the tank zone. Should be set up. All right, over on the other side. We got Sky for Shaman, Pope in the O-zone. All right. Also, at the end of the half, remember, lingering smokes go away. Mirror smoke is a lingering smoke. So that is taken off the board. We got a battle going on in Main Street. We got bosses on other areas of the map. Second half lineup is as follows. It'll be Julia, Tiny, Valar, Dimes, Sky, Ocean Man, Dow, Bones, Pope, and Football Master. All right, Julia, we'll start with you. 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Talon Valar to the temple. And move to their DZ. Going to play Mirror Smoke to the boss. There's not Mirror Smoke on the boss already, so this Mirror Smoke has not resolved. Put it there. I'm going to scream to Ocean Man. Give him a howl and a amp. And a S8 smash face to the Main Street boss. So Ocean Man only have 18 seconds. Going to amp up their wall a little bit. All right, I've read it once. Dimes. You're the captain. Talon Valar to the temple. Move to their DZ. Going to play Mirror Smoke to the boss. Going to play an S8 Smash Face to the boss. And going to scream. Wow. All right, letting that smash face hit the Main Street Boss. That's a big hit. Zombie Boss was at 86%. Zombie Boss is now at 46%. 40% hit by a smash face. That is who played it? It was dollied. No, she got dolly played on her. All right. Dimes. Tiny's up. 20-second timer. All right, beats the timer. Tiny's going to Heart Skylights Mask of Malice. Move to Temple Steps. Talent Ocean Man into the temple. M7 Unforgiven to the wall. Sacrifice a slat, a sad grenade to the sliver, duplex, and a seal and thrill. It hits. All right. Sky's Mask of Malice out of play. Move to the steps. Talent Ocean Man. That's going to be a S8 Unforgiven. Sacrifice a sad and duplex. We do have the Arc Ice. Slight nerf. But we will still take out a blue block and a not quite a blue block, sorry. %, of a blue block. I got 20 blue remaining. Team SLY, 1.2 blue remaining. Okay, let's go over to Villar. 20-second timer, Villar. All right, beats the timer. Needle to the haystack. Needle to the haystack is going to kill Amy's Grendel. So we still got one Grendel, which is Villar's. All other Grendels are dead. Steal Tammy's Needle. No need for dimes. Dragon Smoke to the castle. M7 Unforgiven to the wall, and Scream. Each one of these will be worth 2, and I'm just going to leave it up there. And that will take down. I need a target for the Scream, Villar. Who's your target? Go ahead and cap these 2 orbitals, and we'll give Villar a gold bar. All right, Ocean Man down to 16 seconds. They're screaming at Ray like crazy. All right. Dimes, you're up. All right, Dime's going to move to her rover zone. Colossal Gideon, Thrill, S8 Unforgiven to the wall, and MD8. Mortal Blue from Dow. First blue of the game for Team Arc. Dimes, that will hit and break your seal. Max absorbs, she keeps her seal. All right, let's go to Skylight. 20 seconds. Sky. We got Sky, Ocean Man, Dow, and Bones. Sky going to play a Monolith. Battleship, Needle to the Haystack. Got our first Needle. Sky playing Needle in 4. Caps 5. Seal and Thrill, S8 Mega Blast to their Main Street boss with Duplex and Sacrifice a Sad. And it is from a battleship. S9, 10, 11, 12. Ruffled Feather for Skylight. Boss on Main Street is dead. Villar's boss is the only boss on Main Street. And it is a wicked boss. Monolith's good. Battleship's good. Needle to the haystack. Seal and thrill. And sacrificing a sad grenade. Ocean Man, you're up. 20-second timer. Ocean Man playing Needle to the Haystack's going to get rid of that Grendel. All Grendels are off the board. F5 Milo to the wall and a Thrill Smoke. S6 Milo. All right, Needle to the Haystack is good. Thrill Smoke is good. F5 Milo to the wall is also good. They hit. Give the points for the Milo. And they get their last hit grenade. And we'll take out the rest of the blue block and a blue block. 1.2 is good. All right, let's go over to Dow. Dow, 20-second timer. Timer's up. Beat the Nerf timer, but not the regular timer. Mortal Grendel, Dracarys to the castle, Absorption, Pet Repel, and Scream to football. All right, Emo Grin. Scream is good. And all right. They also intervened the grenade, but I do want to let both teams know that grenade would not have hit. So Dimes, had you challenged that, he did not pay rage on the grenade. So had you challenged that, you could have saved the intervene. But it is a requirement for Dracarys that you do have to rage it. Immortal Grendel, Dracarys to the castle, absorption and Pet Repel. and scream to football. All right, let's go over to Bones. 20-second timer. We got Bones, Pope, and football. Gonna go plow. All right, in 1 second. Bones, what is your official ghost item? Is it a ghost ship or a ghost sub? Ghost sub? Okay. All right. So you get the class ability, you get both. So you knock Valar back out of the temple. And we unified it so you also get the 2 blocks and the wave award. All right, she uses nitrous, so we got 2 red blocks coming off the board. Knocks Valar out, and that is her, and gets the wave award. All right, let's go over to Pope. Pope from the Ozone. 20-second timer. Colossal Kang to the side chest with a seal and thrill. Colossal Kang could be worth 73. Sacrifice a sad with duplex. S8 summoning grenade to the wall. That is an 8, 9. S9 summoning. That wall is no longer under Holy Avenger. Take out a black block and a green block. And we will summon Gold Orbital. Kang's good. Seal and Thrill is good. Summoning Grenade is good. Duplex is good. And Sacrifice is good. And the final move in round 4 is Football Master. 20 seconds football. Immortal Grendel. Dragon Smoke to Castle. M7 Unforgiven. Sacrifice a Sad and Duplex. Dow with a Grendel. Football with a Grendel. Julia with a Needle. Both teams have Dragon Smoke. Correct. Sky's Needle. We've got Unforgiven and Sacrifice a Sad. All right, so let's sacrifice that Sad. Let's use another blue. And Football is going to use a Max Absorb. 1 blue left for Team Arc, 2 for Team SLY. And that is the end of round number 4. At the end of round number 4, Ocean Man with a golden orb. Tiny will rotate into the temple. Team SLY with a 4th blessing. Ocean Man got tired of y'all yelling at him. Took that orb to buffer some of the noise. DZ. We've got 25 Arc, 0 SLY. Julia neutralized it, but Bones does get a 4th. Julia gets her 1st Halo. Dow gets his 4th. And because they have an advantage, they unlight one of these straw men. So still an advantage to SLY, but it's 5-0. Sliver, 73 Arc. 49 SLY. Each team losing a blessing. Julia Siege to DZ. Give Julia a Bronze Star. And also 100 points in Siege. Gotta be careful where I hang that medal. It's a rough stance there, Julia. Just don't have any places. All right. We will. Dim. All right. Both teams will light up their sentry guns. And we'll start out with Julia, 20-second timer. Round 5. Beats the timer. Julia going to move to the temple steps. Mythic Gideon. Be a minus 28 for Team SLY. H9 Smash Face loaded to the wall with break stuff. So we got 9, 10. Julia going to intervene it because Football Master redirected it. Julia bringing out the heat with the smashing faces tonight. Movement's good. Gideon's good. A lot of juice on that grenade. Redirected. And Julia using the prevention to stop it. Tiny, you're up. 20 seconds. Tiny beats the timer. Colossal Kang to their boss. They only have one, so no target needed. Tiny Colossal Kang could be worth 73. Dragon Smoke to Bomber Zone. Dracarys to the castle and Sliver ability, and it is duplexed. Dow going to prevent the Dracarys. Kang's good. Dragon Smoke is good. Dracarys is prevented. And the Sliver ability is good by Tiny. All right, before Villar's turn, we will cap Wicked Boss. And that Wicked Boss also is a minus 50 for SLY because it did cap. So Arc able to maintain that flag advantage on Main Street. Huge. 3 flags to 1 is now the total. Villar, you're up. 20-second timer. SLY is chipping away at the lead, though. Timer's up. Nerf timer is up. Villar, Colossal Gideon. Move to Temple Steps, which means she's behind Julia. Thrill, Rage, Dracarys, Castle, and Berserk. Which you give her an R2, and the next player will get an R2. So Rage, that is a 1, 2, 3, 4. And Sky will also get an R2. Mortal Blue from Bones. Mortal Blue will break Villar's seal. She's going to max absorb and keep her seal. All right. She does get the Colossal Gideon, however. Colossal Gideon movement. Dracarys is stopped. Dimes, you're up. 20-second timer. Did beat the timer. All right, before we get to Dimes' move, we did cap Villar's boss. We also got a 73-point Kang on top of it. So that boss is cleared. Arc ends with 4 flags. All right. Dime's going to move to her tank zone. Thraxus, Scold to Pope, Warrior Enraged, Super Thrill Napoleon, Unforgiven to the wall with Berserk. And Glacier. Oh my goodness gracious. Y'all did a lot. Now, there's only one problem. Where was Dimes at? All right, Dimes was in the tank zone, which means her grenade fell a little short because she can't hit the wall from the tank zone. So there's a lot of stuff used, a lot of stuff fizzled. We got sonar. We got a dragon. We got glacier. We got all kind of stuff. And Dime's like, I'm just going to throw this grenade, let it hit the ground. All right. She moved to the tank zone, which means she has no range on the wall. And even Dime, she's like, Berserk is a +2. And, you know, Dime's got it all laid out for that grenade. It didn't even make it. All right, Scold to Pope. So Scold hits. Going to break Pope's seal. But it will give Dimes an absorption. All right, a lot of stuff. Movement happened. Thraxus does happen. Be another tank, another dragon played. Each team's played 2 dragons. All right, we'll go to Skylight. Skylight will cap the first needle of the game. Might end up being the last needle of the game as well. Skylight, 20 seconds. Beats the timer. Sorry, I removed Dallas Boss already. That's my bad. Dallas Boss should still be up there. And it had a Kang on it, so I already gave him credit for that. We'll leave it. So Dallas Boss should not have capped yet. So Gold Kang to Dallas Boss. 55 if it caps. Torment to Bones. H9 Mega Blast to the wall with Sliver ability and MacArthur. I mean, that's the type of heat you got to throw. You're only playing 2 faction wars a month. You bring the heat. And man, oh man, we seen Mega Blast, Smash Faces. You ain't letting that hit. Immortal to shut it down. All right. Bones. Play another Sonar. That'll nerf it a little bit. We'll make it an S6. Spade equivalent. After the nerf. Imagine being nerfed and still getting S6 Spade. Whew. Green block and a blue block for Skylight. All right, we're going to cap Ocean Man's boss with a 73-point Kang before his turn. Ocean Man, you're up. 16-second timer. Because he has been howled twice. Oh, look at that. He was ready. He was ready for it. Only took him like 5 seconds. Gideon. Gold Spark to Julia. H9 Grizzly. Let's make it a S11 Grizzly to the wall. Skylight going to use the prevention. And Skylight did use a Sliver ability last turn, and it was duplexed, by the way. All right. Let's go over to before Dow's turn. Now we're going to cap that boss, which is already on the scoreboard, and the Kang, and the additional Kang. All right, Dow, 20 seconds. We got Dow, Bones, Pope, and Football. Beats the timer. Torment to Football. E6 Dracarys to the castle. Immortal Watcher. Relay ability. And Max Seal to Pope. All right. Dime says wait. Torment's good. Mortal Watcher, relay. He cannot max seal Pope because he played a double smoke. And the Torment was first, so no seal for Pope. And that is he has already been penaltied for targeting. And that is a double smoke. That is the second penalty of the game. That is a minus 25 for a double ability. Torment's good. Dracarys is thrown, red-blue. Final blue of the game. For Team SLY. Dow using Max Absorb. And we go to Bones. 20-second timer, Bones. Bones beats the timer. I also need to give Dow his Immortal Watcher. Put it right there. And Bones is going to play a Wicked Watcher, which will bounce Dow's back to his hand. Bones says, give me my points back, and I'll play a Mythic. Dragon Smoke. Only target available. Rage Tonic, Dracarys, and Hush to Pope. Pope going to prevent it. So, it does not hit. And playing Hush on the Pope. So that means Pope, no gear ability on your next turn. So you will not be able to use your sliver for your duplex. Let's go to Pope. 20-second timer, Pope. Got Pope and then football. Pope going to jump into turret. Mythic Orbital. Torment to Tiny. H9 Mega Blast to the wall. And it hits. Torment to Tiny. Mega Blast. Mythic Orbital. Mega Blast, 9, 10, 11. Plus Dow played Relay. 12, 13. S13 Mega Blast. Buckle up, everybody. Blue block. Blue block. Red block and 50% of a red block. You get a name like Mega Blast, you see what it does. All right, let's go to football. Who is tormented? 20-second timer football. Get into turret. Mythic Gideon. Rage Tonic, Dracarys, and Sliver ability. All right. Read it once. Gets into turret. Plays a Mythic Gideon. Plays Pet Repel Smoke. Rage Tonic, Dracarys, and Sliver ability. Julia says wait. Mythic Blue from Julia, and that is the final blue for both teams. Mythic Blue will hit football for 30% of his health, taking him down to 70. And that is the end of round number 5. At the end of round number 5, got a 5th blessing for Team SLY. Slivers, 73 SLY, 85 Arc. DZ, Bones and Dow. DZ 00. Bones in football no longer raged, or no longer tormented. Strawman, 5-0 SLY. All right, looks like both teams qualify for Dragon Storm. E3 on every attack. Let's remove a Sliver blessing from each team. All right, final round, everybody. Julia, 20-second timer starts right now. Captain, be quick on the hits and waits. Jinshi, Mythic Gideon. Torment Tammy. Wicked Gideon. We'll take Colossal Gideon off the board. Relay a Quarter of the Rage from Julia to Villar. Tiny preventing the Dracarys. All right, let's go over to Tiny. 20-second timer, Tiny. Tiny is tormented, which means can't use Rage Potion. Colossal Gideon, Rage Tonic, Berserk, and Torment Sky. It hits. All right, Colossal Gideon. And we will get Goddard. Team SLY getting Goddard and removing 2 Sliver Halos from Arc. They have 1 left. Villar, you're up. 20-second timer. Mortal Faust to Julia. Torment to Ocean Man. Blackout Wand. No DZ points this round. We got Rad Rage, 9, 10. Plus the relay from before. S14, Unforgiven hits. And she's going to relay 25% of that to Sky. See how relay works. Red block. Red block. 1 red block still remains. Dimes, you're up. Dimes go head up to the ozone. Jinshi, Sporus. Peel off the Torment. No pet. No pet. Because she took half a turn to peel the Torment. So movement's good. No Sporus. Rad Rage is good. Smash Face is good. and relay a quarter of it to Ray is also good. Deadly Dimes with a gold bar. Let's rebuild it. All right, we are relaying Rage to the next players. Skylight, you're up. 20 seconds. Gideon, Super Thrill, Rad Rage, Unforgiven with relay. Dimes. Villar going to play Intaglio. Now, we'll tell you, it didn't matter. Villar played that dragon. That's a lot of damage for one block. Y'all beat the hell out of that one block. Skylight with a gold bar. All right, let's go to Ocean Man. 20 seconds, Ocean Man. All right, Peel Torment, Rad Rage, Grizzly to the wall and relay it. Wall 2, we've seen it. S15 Grizzly. Black, green, green. And even got a little bit of blue. 10%. 90 blue remaining. A lot of rage. Plus he had Dragon Storm on top of it. Dow, let's kick it over to you. Dow's got some relay too. 20 seconds. Move in range of wall. Mortal Watcher, Dual Blast, E7 Unforgiven, Blue Spark, Super Thrill from Patton. That should be a Colossal Watcher. All right, Ocean Man going to prevent the Watcher. Move in range. And it hits. 7. After relay. 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I'm going to say no. Watcher should not be preventable because there's a bounce pet and it is a scoring pet. And scoring pets are not preventable. So hold the prevention. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Wall 3 is a little tougher, Dow. That's a lot of heat you threw there. But it is an Unforgiven. Black, green, and green. You still got 3 blocks on it, though. It's a lot of rage for Dow. All right, Bones, you're up. Oh, man. This is some rage right here. All right, she will have to move into range. Red Dark Misha, Super Thrill R12 Grizzly from Pershing, and Relay. Julia hits her weight. All right, read it once. I'll read it again. Red Dark Misha, Super Thrill. Yes, she moves from DZ. So, yes, she has played other potions. I know she's played at least an S3. So the best she can do is the T10. All right. And that's her first warning because she didn't have a penalty. So she does get a penalty warning. Next one would be a 25-point penalty for an ineligible object. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Only problem with that is, why is it a grizzly? Ouch. That could have been pretty epic. She has to move into range. If that was a spade or a smash face. But it's still. Blue block. Blue block. Blue block. And a red block. That might have taken the whole damn wall down. All right. Pope, final move of the night for Team Arc. Red Gideon, Super Thrill, M7, Unforgiven to the wall. Dimes, you got M7, Super Thrill. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And it hits. Said stronger wall. We go blue, blue, and blue. And football, bring us home. Final move of the night, Football Master. 20 seconds. Gold Rage, Super Thrill, H9, Spade. Julia hits her weight. Football, going to add that relay to it. It hits. And football, taking out the rest of the wall. So gold bar for football. And let's rebuild it because we got to count down the rings. Gets walls to 2-2. All right, good game, both teams. Couple things we got to take a look at. Because remember, we got a 6th blessing. Deadly Dimes getting a bronze star and also getting 150 points for Occupy. That means SLY got Occupy, they got the Gold Orb, and they got Goddard. It's a lot of bonus points. And we're going to remove 6 blessings from this final wall. On the other side, we're going to remove 3 from the arc wall. All right, Good game, both teams. I got a lot of pets I got to add up, so give me 5 minutes, and I'll tell you who won tonight's game. I think it's going to be a close one. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, we are back, and we do have a winner, and I just want to tell you, you play these games all the way to the end, and you use all the firepower and all the knowledge and everything you got in the arsenal, because you never know. You never know who's going to run out of preventions and what it's all going to come down to. And this game was a very interesting game as far as how the scoring went down. So let's start out. We'll give you a breakdown. Flags. Arc, they took 4 flags to 2. They were able to flip Main Street back. SLY was trying to even it up at 3-3, but Arc had a big advantage there, 750 to 450. That's a 300-point advantage. Then you get to walls, and you saw that Arc had a big wall lead, and SLY started crushing it at the end with lesser grenades because Arc was using Smash Faces, Mega Blast, and even when SLY hit, they were hitting with Grizzlies, they were hitting with Unforgivens, but they managed to get it close, but Arc still with a wall advantage, 850 to 400. At this point, looks like it's going to be a blowout, right? I mean, Arc's got a huge lead there, like 450 points. But then it started to change a little bit. Strawman, SLY 25 to 0. Arc did win the Kang game, 400 to 292. But you go to Siege and Occupy, 150 to 100. Arc also got a needle. So flags, walls, needles, Kangs. That's a huge lead right there. And then you get the DZ and the timers. Overall, Arc 2195, SLY 1642, just in the core points. But we're not done. PCP points. We had SLY, 2 gold bars, a cannonball, a wave award, 75 PCP DZ, 100 points for the orb, 100 points for Goddard. That's 450. Talk about making up ground. Over on the other side, we had 2 gold bars for Arc, a feather, a cannonball, a tire, 75 PCP DZ, and 25 bronze star. Only 275. Big advantage to Team SLY getting back into it. But let's go to the slivers. Looked like it was going to be a sliver blowout. Well, SLY got back in the game, but it was a little bit late. Arc 414, SLY 318. But the extras, and that is the Milos, the Gideons, the Colossal Watchers, and then Arc had a couple time and penalties, 50 points and penalties. Overall, with the slivers and the bonuses, SLY 340, Arc 378. Final score tonight, and the difference, in my opinion, might have been the firepower. Arc 28-48, SLY 24-32. About a 400-point advantage, and certainly the walls and the Kangs were a huge, huge difference. Arc, very, very tough at home. But we will see these two teams in a month, and guess where they're going to be? You got it. They're going to be at the SLY Swamp on June 10th. Mark your calendars, everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow night for fish fights. And you guys didn't look too rusty tonight. A lot of fun. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.